our team works on products that help customers secure their workloads and their workload traffic in the public cloud. One of them is referred to as the cloud connector. Customers consume and deploy it as a virtual machine in their public cloud environment, and they can get autoscale by using the cloud-native load balancers that we support. The connector securely tunnels customers' traffic from the cloud to the Zero Trust Exchange. And when they select specific traffic to that environment, it acts as like a Zero Trust gateway to easily enable ZIA, ZPA, data protection, and other types of capabilities there. This also secures the traffic to its destinations, which could be to internet, to on-premises locations like a branch or data center, but also to the cross-cloud environments. We also support app-to-app level visibility and enforcement at a host level. All right, so I'll cover the sort of the challenges that we see from our customers. Dhaval mentioned a little bit of this, and I'll click into this as it pertains to the public cloud. The first point is that you obviously know it's very, very elastic, and you can easily consume tens and hundreds and thousands of VPCs and VNets very quickly, and this spikes your operational complexities where speed of business is moving really fast and the security teams struggle to keep up. The other areas around segmentation. Workloads spin up and spin down very quickly, and to manually do this is probably unrealistic. And this could lead you into a risk position of possible lateral threats or data loss. And then the last point is around if you're in multi-clouds today or you're planning to head there, we've found that customers reflect that sometimes they have to manage them independently. The tooling and the operations sometimes are unique enough where they have to do it that way. So we're planning to help in those areas. These will be our themes as we talk through the conversation about our innovation for Cloud Connector, and we'll start with simplifying operations. So in this category, I'll highlight a couple of them. The first one, actually I'll demo, which will help customers visualize, actually see all their workloads in their cloud environments. And this includes down to the VM EC2 level, and we'll be surfacing key components of those, such as the attributes and the user-defined tags that you can actually apply to security policy. The next area that I'll note is that we see a lot of VDI consumption in public cloud. And along with our support for persistent-based VDI, where you apply the desktop to a dedicated virtual machine or EC2, customers want flexibility to deploy more. And that includes types that are referred to as multi-user or non-persistent workloads. So that's coming soon. We're also big fans of templates, so we work closely with Terraform in supporting those, as well as CloudFormation if you are an exclusive kind of AWS environment. All right, we'll dig into demo. We'll start here. This is your Cloud Connector portal. So this is the visibility to your workloads. This specific example is a AWS account level. So you'll see multiple VPCs here and all of the EC2s and VMs that are part of that environment. Now, how did we get here? When you enable this feature, you give Zscaler permissions, and on the back end, we automatically light up a workload discovery as a service for you. So this will provide all the visibility here. It's also continuously updating this information for you. So as new VMs are brought up online, they're exposed to you here, and also if you deprecate, those are simply removed from this environment. So it's actually a pub sub on the back end, so you get that near real-time visibility. So let's click into a particular VM here. And you'll notice that at the top, these are the attributes that the cloud provider provides. These are the static components. Like you might have a security group ID, you might have a OS type that's reflected in this section. And at the bottom, these are all the user-defined tags that you and your teams have built for this specific VM. This one has 40, so it's a pretty busy VM. And we're going to select a particular key value pair called finance. And this will be a component to the rest of this demo. So here you have the opportunity to build what's called a resource or workload group based off of that tag. You can join them. You can do ands and ors. In this case, we'll keep it simple and just call it prod finance. And it's associated to those user-defined tags finance, so that all EC2s in this environment that have that same tag value are automatically plumbed into that group. And that means that as they come and go, they're simply added and removed to that group. So the coolest part is that not only is it part of your forwarding rules out to the trust exchange, but this same intelligence gets plumbed into your ZIA and ZPA policy definition. So here we have the example of a firewall rule in ZIA, and you can select that group that we define, that prod finance, as part of one of your objects in your rule. This supports all other ZIA capabilities for SSL rules, DLP, Secure Web Gateway, and everything else. We'll jump over to ZPA. So here you can apply this to an access policy. Same type of user experience. You've got your group. You can select as a drop-down. There's the prod finance one, and now this is incorporated into that in your ZPA experience. All right, let's jump to the segmentation, the automation. A little bit of backstory here. As per ZPA, we've been helping customers provide least privilege access for users to applications. And as part of their ZPA journey, we've been supporting use cases in cloud, using cloud connectors, as well as branch environments with the branch connector. So we're excited to announce that we're now supporting app-to-app or host-level controls and visibility, all built on ZPA. So this will help customers with micro-segmentation use cases on ZPA. And this will give the cloud-native identity details. It provides the microflow visibility and enforcement capabilities. It's also built on the grouping technologies that ZPA provides using machine learning for not only the grouping and segmentation, but also the policy recommendations. And here's the visual of that. So this is an example of an AWS environment at a region level. And it includes all the microflows that are coming out of those individual hosts across the VPCs. And then more importantly, we can zoom in to specific environments like a subnet within a VPC. And this would be a true microsegmentation kind of visibility. And again, this provides the auto-discovery of the workloads. It also includes the runtime flow analysis, so you can see exactly who's talking to whom at a host level, and this provides those host-based policies and controls. This is, again, built on ZPA, so it provides customers a solid and proven platform for microsegmentation use cases. All right, my last bit is around helping customers realize that unified multi-cloud experience for providing consistent security features and operational controls. A couple of highlights here is that we have support upcoming for Google Cloud, and this will join our support for AWS and Azure. Another one is a use case that was announced yesterday as part of our Equinix partnership, and this will help customers with zero trust for private connectivity services. And I'll go into a little bit more detail on this particular one. And the last one here is for cross-cloud monitoring. And here is a screenshot of that, and this gives customers that single place for seeing a view into all your workloads and your details across your cloud deployments. And this will include over 50 different types of health metrics and events that you can configure. So going back to the private connectivity services use case, this is an exciting opportunity to extend these use cases using Cloud Connector and getting the support for the private connectivity services that you probably use today, such as AWS Direct Connect, Azure ExpressRoute, and Google Interconnect. So through your Cloud Connector portal, you still build your rules, and you can direct that to your connector that uses the tunnel transport underneath those services to now Equinix, where it's terminated, as it is today. And the new part is that Equinix automatically directs that traffic to Zscaler presence that's sitting in that same environment. So now you can apply ZIA and ZPA simply there. So you can have those zero trust principles applied to that traffic before it goes to its next destination, which could be to internet, it could be to your on-premises locations, or the coolest one, I think, is the cross-cloud. So you can go across with Direct Connect, let's say, apply it at your policies with zero trust within the Equinix environment, and then it can actually connect into, say, an Azure ExpressRoute on the other side. So you can maintain that backbone consistency from multi-cloud.